Revolution. We're a country at war. We're fighting a battle on many, many fronts. And the front that I'm choosing to fight is to preserve the legacy, the joy, and the sense of community that comes from the live group theater experience. Now, it is a war, but fortunately, we have a number of weapons to work with. And the first weapon that I want to talk about is scale. All right? Scale is the relationship between you and another human being. So in the theater, that includes the majesty of the performance, the volume, the gravitas, the space. All of that is the stage version of scale. That does not compare with watching things on devices where people tend to be very, very, very small and the experience is extremely limited. Don't want to do that. The other tool that we got is perspective. And perspective is really important because it allows us to determine the angle of the audience's relationship to the show. Has anybody seen this symbol before? Oh, you in the back row. Well, this symbol is actually the most important thing in the theater. And I know that sounds crazy. Say, Dave, how could that possibly be the most important thing in the theater? Well, here's why. What that symbol represents is you, me. Every audience member is a little square. Every audience member is in a seat, and every audience member has a point of view. This is the point of view of this audience member, and designers like myself have to see things from other people's point of view. Now, the capacity to see things from multiple points of view is a powerful force and another powerful tool in order to bring us forward into a new theater. A new theater that is going to require new ways to operate. And one of the main ways is that we have to start pre-visualizing our shows. It's essential that we build 3D models of every production and finish the staging, the choreography, the scenery, the props, the lights. Everything is done ahead of time before we get together for the first days of rehearsal. That we load in, we minimize the amount of time it takes to produce a show in the theater. We do it in alternate places. We do it from home. Now, the other exciting thing is that all sorts of new architecture is going to come of this revolution. This is a design that we've been putting into a proscenium theater. It's got a series of tiers, and inside each tiers are pods, and inside the pods are seats. And each little individual cube area, each individual pod is environmentally sound. So we're constantly pumping purified air in there. And so people can sit right next to each other, but safely. But it's the perspective that is key here. Preserving a perspective, which we calculate, and then we design the show and the architecture at the same time. This is temporary architecture built into a permanent building for this particular production, right? So that the show, the staging, all of that is designed at the same time so that when you enter the theater, you've already got it figured out. Now here is our happy family watching a show. There's 3 of us. We're watching away, all right, and having a really great time. We've got our little space, our pod. We enter through a curtain behind, and then we have these divisions in between made of clear material. Now, should that be a couple and this person is not a part of their family, we would create divisions of, again, clear material that would slide in between and separate people. All right, so that's just a little bit of a sketch of that. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is courage. It's going to take people of great courage in order to move us forward rather than keep us mired in the past. Change is scary, but we need to embrace the future so we can bring theater to a new generation. Anyway, thank you for visiting. I wish you could have come to my studio on your own, and in real life, we'll have to settle for this virtual visit for right now, but come again soon. Thanks for visiting my studio.